Something that gives me the ick that I shouldn't be on the internet, should remain on the group chat. It's people who record themselves crying on the internet.
I agree.
One dog in particular.
I know the
I
dog.
don't care much for animals.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's a
know.
fact, yeah.
I don't care much for them. But this one, I don't know.
She was looking for Plan B. So I think she went in and she had to bring her partner for that appointment.
Okay, here.
Yes.
You have got me.
Yes.
One, two, three, go.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of It Depends, I Guess, podcast. I am Jackie.
And I'm Caroline.
And at the back, we have...
DJ.
Woo! Where's the
I should
energy?
not clap. I should not clap.
No, you can. We definitely can. We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
Man, this is a consequence of public school education in Kenya.
Yes.
Everything you clap. Yes.
Yes. Oh, you know that sometimes they are all at the claps where you have to prepare. And then they come
Rub your
down.
hands,
Yes,
rub your hands, rub your
yes.
hands.
And then you do like a lightning. Shoop.
Yes, there you go. Huh?
Yes.
And there was opening,
Yes.
closing.
Yes.
Oh my God. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yes.
We are in season 3, episode 2, and we've been a bit quiet.
Yes.
Because life caught us.
It's life.
Has caught up with us, but we are back.
Yes,
Yeah.
we are back. And thank you for coming back. Yes, thank you for...
Thanks for tuning in. The
Yes.
comments.
Yes.
Yeah, the feedback. We love those, whether on our social media or in the videos or even on Spotify. We get
Yes.
some comments in there. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Where do we begin?
In the beginning.
In the beginning. Yes. Catch us up. What has caught your eye? What do you want to share with the audience?
Yes.
What has been amusing your life? That sounds bad. No, it sounds
No, it sounds
good.
perfect.
Yes.
What has been amusing my life?
Yes.
Okay. It's probably gonna be a downer, but I don't
Okay.
think.
All right.
But we're free on this episode.
Yes,
We can be
okay.
down
Okay,
and
okay,
we can
okay.
be up. Yeah. So last time we were here was probably sometime in February.
Yeah, I have lost sense of time.
Yes, I think end of January or February.
Yes.
Yes. And it's been a while. It's
Yeah.
been a couple of weeks. I have gone back to corporate. So I've been, I don't know whether that's a
Okay,
clap.
fine. Like, take it back.
So I started a new job. And
Wait, that's the downer.
Yes. I had a whole year. Last year when we started this podcast, actually, I had a lot of freedom.
I did not think you're going in that direction. Carry on.
Yes, I think waking up so early every day and having less freedom and having to plan everything around the weekend is something that I had. I didn't realize how much of time I had before. So now is when I'm like, okay, I can barely get anything done within the week. So even that's why sometimes shooting the podcast,
Yeah.
we have to really look for time. But it's good because I'm in the space that I love, which is I'm in tech, doing techie things. It's where I thrive, where I find my flow. So I'm happy about that, but I'm also sad that I no longer have as much time as I had before. So
Okay.
yes.
So not too much of a downer.
Yes, sort of, but
Okay.
yes. Yeah.
Expect that.
And
DJ,
you, what's been happening? Yeah.
We'll go with you first. I'm still thinking.
You're still thinking, mine is just random.
Yeah.
Wait, what have I been? Well, I am not in corporate. Man, not corporate.
You're in entrepreneurship.
Yes, I'm in entrepreneurship.
Yes.
That one is great, honestly. Well, there's been a lot of stress, but if I were to look cumulatively, more highs than lows. Well, the highs surpass the lows, so it's more yay.
Yes.
So it feels like, I think I was telling DJ, was it last week or something? Where, sometimes you're like really thinking about, what am I doing? Is this a good idea? Like, what if this doesn't work out? Should I even? Now it's like, the ball is already rolling down the hill. Now it's like, fuck it. I mean,
you roll with
it's
it.
already going.
Yes.
So it's just like, well,
yes.
All right. And it's just like, it's been huge progress, which has been really, really good. A lot of things like falling into place, which is like, again, God, really amazing. Just it's a good scary. It is a good scary in that, from like a thing you had in your head to like, it's about to be
to actualize it and see it.
Yeah.
Do you want to share exactly like something small? Maybe,
Sure.
Maybe, and
sure,
because it's a journey, and
it
definitely
is.
you've made leaps and bounds.
2 years now.
Yeah.
Well, 4 years if you think about the first 2 years.
Yes.
Was just trying to like get a go ahead.
Yeah.
So I'm going into the beverage. Yeah, should I call it the beverage industry?
It is the beverage
It's industry. A beverage industry, yes. So I am studying an alcohol line. And the raw materials are from Kenya.
Yes.
And so we have it took 2 years of proof of concept to like try different types of it's rum, so trying different types of molasses, and this one doesn't taste great, the output is not great. So 2 years we finally found the right molasses, the right like raw materials. Spent the last 3 months figuring out just logistics. I now can talk to you about MSDS.
But maybe just for those people who don't know or who are joining us for the first time, you're importing into Switzerland. And you're distilling in Switzerland.
And I'm producing in Switzerland. Yes. I'm producing in Switzerland.
And the raw material is coming from Kenya.
From Kenya, yes. And from where my mom is from, where I'm from.
Yes.
So yeah, like it's been good, first of all, to see directly how like we have very directly impacted some farmers and smallholder producers. Like that's been just really dope to be able to like help people make money.
Yeah.
That's been really dope. Then we've been trying to navigate the system.
It's more of the export system than the import system, right?
The import system is it works like clockwork. I mean, I think the thing about Switzerland is things work. It's insane. I think, who was I telling the other day? It still blows my mind that I can send an email to some random government website and the same day I'll get a response. It blows my mind that people that works.
Yeah.
So the import part, that's good. The export from I won't hate on my people.
Yeah.
But yeah, that part, anyway, it's been 3 months of figuring it out.
Yeah.
So we finally managed this week. So all things, if things go well, so next week things are on the high seas.
Yes.
Like on the way here, which is, oh my God, it's happening.
Yes.
But yeah.
So the large batch of raw material that you need to distill.
Yeah. To do a first large batch, is coming in. So that is that is who I'm an expert in logistics. If you need to figure out permits in Kenya, I know how to do that.
Yeah.
I have talked to logistics companies in Dubai, in Kenya, in the Netherlands. I think there's a guy in the Netherlands who's in a logistics company. I can't remember who. My brother asked, my mom asked me, how do you know this guy? I'm like, I just emailed him. I don't know this guy.
Yes.
But he's given me referrals. I've been negotiating with people in freight. It is insane. And then the prices are so wildly varied. And it's like, but then you will give me a quote of 7,000. Someone will give me a quote of 10,000.
Yeah.
Somebody will give me a quote of 15,000. But they're all using the same shipping line.
Yeah.
So, like, thank God also for like people like my brother who's like, let's ask the shipping line how much it costs.
Yeah.
Then the shipping line maybe it's costing 2,000. So I'm like, so y'all are just adding margins.
So they've done a markup for themselves, what they want to put in the pocket.
I'm like, make money, but I'm also a small business owner.
Maybe there should be a flag where somebody says startup, so that people give you startup prices.
Let me tell you, if there's someone who wants to do something around transparency for shipping, that is a gap there that exists. And maybe it's clearer for certain markets. Like if you're from the US, there's so much that comes from that side. If it's from China, perhaps. But I think things that move in this direction, I don't think is that many.
Yes.
So that's also complicated.
Yeah. Because we are not, other than the products that are very traditional to us exporting, like coffee, tea, flowers, bit of vegetables here and there. I think you're stepping into a market where even handling the product itself, it's not just like a dry product. It has to be, it's a food
it's a food product. But it's also not like sensitive food product.
Yes.
So it's also, even there are some of parts of the process where people are like, wait, you need a permit for, so why?
Yes.
It's like, I don't know, just give me the thing. So I just have to be over prepared.
Yeah.
Because maybe on this side, it's, to be fair, when they're bringing in samples on this side, they were like, no, you don't even need that. But the process on the other side is the process that's there. So I can't really like force them to do anything.
Yeah.
So that's been my life.
Exciting journey.
It's super exciting.
Yeah.
Also, I've not been really on social media, but something that's been amusing me is there's this dog in Japan who had left here called Sakan.
Oh, so,
you know Sakan, the fat dog?
No, not that one.
Okay.
I thought it's the one I sent you with the guy who travels around Japan.
No, not that one.
Okay.
There's a different one where there's this, I guess it's a TV channel.
Okay.
And people can submit stories that they want to be investigated. And the stories people had, once a story that was submitted was about this dog called Sakan, who's really fat. And they want to know how he gets so fat. So it's a 5-part series where they follow the dog in the morning and the dog leaves its home, walks, then it goes to one person's home, it's fed there.
Oh.
It walks the station. A station has a lot of tourists, so it sits there and tourists will always pet it. And then it leaves, it goes to a pharmacy. It has a everyday. So then the interviewer goes and asks these guys like, oh, do you guys know Sakan? They're like, yeah, he comes to play with my dog. And then he leaves. Then someone will say like, yeah, he'll come here. We feed him here. And they're like, that dog is fat. But there's a whole 5-part series where a camera crew have tried to figure out why is Sakan so fat.
Does it have
and where does he go?
Its own home where it goes back in the evening?
That's an irony, yes.
Yeah.
So apparently he goes, does all these things. Then he ends up at a certain place where there's a lady that gives him a lift. But then on that day, I don't know, maybe because Sakan noticed there was people following him, maybe it disoriented him.
Yeah.
So the lady who gives him a lift was not there. So the camera crew had to call the owner. They're like, oh, hey, the person who gives Sakan the lift is not. So then Sakan now the lady comes to collect Sakan and take him home. But it is, I was like, that's why whenever I'm feeling odd, I'll go watch that because I'm just like, the fact that they made a 5-part series on Sakan the dog and why he's so fat. But yeah. It's on YouTube.
It's so wholesome. It also tells you
it is.
When I feel like people are looking out for, like, there's always people looking out for animals and also like finding joy in small things. Because I imagine like me, I would not have bothered to.
But that is truly so wholesome. Like,
but does it mean people are bored?
No, it's well, maybe bored, but also maybe some of the things that we are watching now are, I mean, to be fair, the news cycle now isn't telling you just before this, I'm off social media because the news cycle is just, it is like the dumpster fire that is the world.
Yes, and all we know, the American
I'm
has
not
taken
naming
over.
names, I'm telling you. So even now social media, like random even, and I'm not even on X, so even when I was at Instagram, which normally it would just be like all other random shit, everyone is now a commentator or a political pundit. So it's like, oh, he said this. This means I'm like, I don't need 10 people to tell me the same, their own version of the It's like, so I had to leave social media because I'm like, this is insane. It's a bit too much.
And also I see like it's not even necessarily that people are bored. It's like also tapping into like the knowledge that there's good in humanity.
There's good in humanity.
Yes. So people want to see that every so often.
Yes.
Yeah, that's quite wholesome.
Yeah, it's very wholesome.
Yeah. DJ.
Yes.
Since last we were here. Yes.
I've got a newfound affection for dogs. One dog in particular.
I know the dog.
I don't care much for animals.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's a fact, yeah.
I don't care much for them. But this one, I don't know.
It's called Mango.
Yeah, it's called Mango, yeah.
Or Mangolino, as you like to call
it.
him.
He's a what? A cockapoo or what is it? A something.
A poodle mix, yeah.
A poodle mix.
Yeah.
Cover poodle mix.
Yeah.
Such a nice dog.
Yeah. I met him.
I'm happy about my relationship with him.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was told stories of how you never cared for him, but all of a sudden.
Softly.
Yeah.
It's like,
oh my God.
Then he has very curly.
Yeah, and he's got this energy around him that he starts shaking when people get to the door. He's so excited that look at him, he's shaking. And my friend Smokey tells him to sit down and he won't move until Smokey lets him go.
Yeah.
But he'll be there shaking with excitement. I'm like, damn.
Would you get a dog?
No, I wouldn't say go that far yet.
Probably.
Well, you never know.
You never go that far yet.
Yes.
But
this
no,
is better than no. It was no before.
Yes.
Absolutely not. Now we are at.
No, I don't know if I'd get a dog yet. But I like this dog. Yeah.
Yeah, we should do it. I kept thinking, man, I should have been recording the first time. He would be like, no. To like recently was like, there's a good dog. I'm like, who? What is happening? That is so funny.
Yeah. I think about him a lot these days. Yeah. He's a nice dog. I really like him.
I met him for the first time 2 weeks ago. And what caught my eye was that I even put a picture on my Instagram with him. What caught my eye was that first of all, he was excited for any visitor to come.
Like someone
new, and he was.
I'm not special, no.
Yeah, but maybe you're extra special.
You are
maybe
special.
he wagged his tail more. He wags his tail more than for you. But also like how curly and his fur is. Like he's just good to touch.
Yeah,
and he doesn't bark a lot. So
Yeah.
Actually, he's a very
quiet
and a sociable dog.
Yes. Yeah. I actually thought to myself, I could get a dog after that. Yeah.
Do you know, I even made a weird admission that I think I'd let him into my car. I was thinking to myself.
Wow, that is
I was like,
huge.
whoa.
That is
It was like
massive.
scary. But anyway, I snapped out of it. I was like, what am I doing?
Why wouldn't you let him in your car just being a dog?
Yeah.
Why?
Now that you love him, you almost love him as much as the car. So
No.
they should meet.
I wouldn't
no,
go
but
that far.
what would he do? Like, because he's not going to pee or poo. And also he
doesn't shed.
He doesn't shed as well. Yeah.
I feel like, No, well, look, I thought about it. And then it left
Your sacred space.
Yeah, and then I went for it.
At least you thought about it.
I went and gave it a car wash and vacuumed inside, and I was like, no, what am I thinking? I snapped out of it.
There's that trend, I think I've seen it on social media, of the parents who never wanted a pet.
Yep.
And finally, when the pet arrives,
It's their pet.
It's
you
their
can't
pet.
even touch it
Yes,
now.
you can't.
That's going to be him.
that's going to be you.
Yeah. Soon.
Yeah.
Soon. I tell you. Huh? Watch this space.
Watch the space. But yes.
I think we're good. We're good.
Progress. There's a dog in the future.
Yes.
Yeah, before end of year, there shall be a dog in the future. All right. Okay.
Stepping into our topic for the week.
Yes. And today we are we're talking about calling it group chat versus internet chat.
Yes.
What it is essentially. Are there things that we're used to discussing in group chats, but now with the proliferation of the internet, are now internet chat, and you're happy about them being internet chat? At the same time, are there things that were in the group chat that are now on the internet that you're like, ooh, that should have stayed in the group chat. And are there things that are still being held within the group chat
that
should be internet chat?
I think it all
That's
depends, I guess, with the perspective of, can I say this is probably personal and subjective in terms of the way you view it? In my own opinion, let me start with the things that are on the internet should remain in the group chat.
That should not have gone to the internet in the first place.
Yes.
Okay.
But I will give an example. And I can see where she's coming from for this example. I am a person who's always on social media, and specifically I'm always on TikTok. So the other day, I saw this girl who put up a video where she was like, come with me to go on come with me for the day as I go get a stranger removal.
A what?
Stranger removal.
What's a stranger removal?
First of all, the concept in itself, these are the things you talk about with your friends, you know? To start with, that's already like inner circle jokes.
The fact that I had to ask is should have said that in the group chat.
So first of all, you have to explain to somebody. So there's also small things that are very specific to group chat and
very
group
niche.
speak. Yeah, very niche. So apparently stranger removal, I came to learn, is an abortion.
Oh my Lord. Oh my God.
So she was doing come with me.
Is that what we are calling this now?
It's called stranger removal or fetus deletus.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yes. Yes. So when I looked at it, I was like, some of these things are things you should keep within your friend
Group
circles.
Chat. Wait, is it because why?
No. So at the beginning of it, I was like, the backlash she actually got, and actually she's a Kenyan girl who put this up, and she's been, I think, very vocal on social media for other things specifically, other things. But this is the first time I think she approached the topic from that way. So I know there are content creators who talk about women making choices about their body, and they're very pro.
Yeah.
So already we know that niche exists and it's already there. But now, first of all, desensitizing or trying to make fun of something like this, it's like those inner jokes that you would have with your friends. First of all, they've moved to social media. And now, in all honesty, I was 50-50 at the beginning. Then I was like, yeah, you know what? When I read her comments and I realized she wanted to
destigmatize.
Remove the stigma around what people have thought is a very secret thing to do, or you should not even let it be public,
Yeah.
So she put up that in the comments. So I was like, okay, if at all you want to remove the stigma, and also, of course, you make some jokes. That some are inner jokes. Maybe social media has also become we've actually translated our inner jokes to outer jokes, and people have to catch up. Yeah. So that's one of the things that I saw. Yeah.
So you don't mind that this is something that they're doing to try and desensitize it, destigmatize it rather.
Yes.
But it's also the language used is also making it very whatever.
Yes. I feel like these are, especially where you have inner jokes, like jokes within group chat, or even names. You coin up names to keep it within your circles, and then you spread it out for other people to try understand you, and also you publicly putting it out there. Yeah. So first of all, we have to try understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
And then look at the message you're trying to pass. Maybe
the message is getting lost in the sauce.
It's getting lost in the sauce. And also there are people probably, and this is not me, probably who want to hear a funny, something being said in a funny way, so that it sort of makes sense to them, sort of water it down so that it doesn't seem like such a big thing. You know, there are people who like to hear it that way, you know, but there are also other people who want to call it as it is. It is actually something very serious, and especially when you're talking about, even in Switzerland, you can't, like, you just can't go to a clinic, I think, if I'm not wrong.
But it's legal, but you have to go through.
I think you have to go through to a therapist, and you have to go through
have
counseling.
to go to a therapist?
Yes, even for Plan B.
Oh, let me tell you.
Even getting Plan B medication.
I mean, now that this is going to be a tangent. This is not a necessary tangent. Look at DJ making faces at the back there. This is an unnecessary, but that is something. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad. To be honest, maybe it's a good thing. Because I think in Kenya, you could just buy Plan B, like whatever. No one questions you, nothing.
Yeah.
Which, yes, is okay, is good, because you also don't want to feel like you're being questioned at the pharmacy, like, okay, so what, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But I do wish there was more of a conversation to be like, hey, you know, this is a Plan B. Are you actually on contraceptive? You should consider contraceptive. This is for emergency purposes, blah, blah, blah. So I do like that, at least in some different parts of Europe, you'll be called into the back room, and like they'll talk to you about, hey, you know, this, blah, blah, have you considered contraception? Do you want a referral? Do you want to talk to someone about contraceptives? All these things. But also the places where they would take down information to be like, oh, because there's a 1% or point whatever percent of it either doesn't work or maybe has adverse effects. So they have to track that.
Yeah.
So then they can say, this is, which I guess makes sense, because that's how they can say, hey, there was a bad batch of this thing that went out, or something happened. So if maybe a bunch of 100 people took it and they still got pregnant, you can go sue or whatever reason. So they need data to back it up.
Yeah.
But then also sometimes it feels like it's too much of a getting for, like there needs to be a middle ground somewhere between Kenya, where it's free for all, and Europe, where there's almost a dissertation before you get your Plan B.
So first-hand information. Let me tell you about first-hand information. Not my experience, but somebody who told me they went through.
Okay, we don't judge. Don't judge here. Listen, don't judge.
But yeah, so a friend of mine was telling me she's married. She was looking for Plan B. So I think she went in and she had to bring her partner for that appointment.
Here?
Yes.
You have got to be kidding.
Yes. She had to walk in with her partner for the appointment. Yes.
So what if the Plan B is not from the partner?
I know.
That is insane.
I don't know how it was. This was like 5 or 6 years ago. Maybe it has changed. But I remember her telling me she had to walk in with her husband for her to get that Plan B.
But if the guy is going to buy a condom, he's not going to be asked, come in with the person you're going to use the condom with. Why is it that when a chick... What the fuck?
This is probably outdated information, but I know that information was... that's an experience women had. Yeah.
Damn.
So anyway... coming back to our topic on what should remain on group chats and what should be on the internet or vice versa. Yes. So some conversations, as I said, are very niche and even inside jokes should remain within those group chats. I don't know what you think about any experience you've had or what your views are.
For something that should stay in the group chat.
Yes, and should not be on the internet.
And should not be on the internet. This is bad. Sure, this is a whole category of... I don't even know if there was a group chat for this before.
Yeah.
Was there ever a thing for like couple vloggings? Like couple content?
I think...
Where did that used to go? Because if you can go back wherever it used to go. I don't know if it was the group chat or not.
Okay. I think it started with Facebook when we actually stepped into social media. Because I can tell you, as a person who was on MySpace, your space was your space. You never had space with somebody else. Or if it existed, it was not such a big thing, like having a couple space. But once we went into Facebook, where you could tag somebody and say married to, in a relationship with, you know. People started now putting stuff together, vlogging together. And then we had like stepping into YouTube, and then we've seen like that popping into, you know, Instagram, TikTok, or But what are you against couples vlogging? Like, what is it that for couples vlogging?
Because I think it makes so my issue here is we already have an issue with perception of love, whatever it is, from movies. Movies clearly fucked us up. These romantic movies, and oh my God, it's just gonna be
damsel in distress who gets saved.
Then I think couple vlogs have taken that now to a whole other level because they only vlog the good times, first of all. Unless I'm missing something, I don't see. And then it's like, you see, it's like, oh, this couple vlog, and then suddenly there's silence. Then people broke up. Then, oh, there was all this violence behind the scenes. Oh, there was all this fucked up shit behind the scenes. And it's just like, okay, why? Like, I think it's, if we say romance movies really fucked things up, I think couple vlogs have taken that and they're like, hold my beer, let us times X fuck this shit up even more. So I
maybe how it used to happen before, and probably it should remain in family groups.
Yes, that one, stay in the family group. You want to say how he proposed, great.
Yes.
Put in the family group. And with your girlfriends to tell them, look at this romantic proposal, or he laid flowers, put it in your friend groups, your family groups, keep them there. Yeah, we don't need them on the internet.
Yeah. I've followed a couple of couples on the streets of YouTube and the vlogging, and sometimes I dip in and out, but I remember like there's one big one that when they broke up, I was like, hey. The way they were absolute goals.
No,
this was like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I was like, what do you mean? Like all the, and you know, they would say, of course, you know, like they would have, like, let's be honest. Video editing and video production is a lot of work.
It is.
Even like putting points together, like deciding the scenes is like, oh, you will walk in and I will walk in and the camera will be there. People don't realize how much it takes to actually set up the scene, do the production, and then sit back and edit. So already by the fact that most of it is already pre-produced, pre-planned, people would end up trying to plan so that it looks really good, you know? So it seamlessly has to work together. You can't be showing like the bad things, you know? So
plus I've always wondered, how does that affect you if I'm used to being in a couple vlog, like, because I know we are always shooting content. Like what effect it has on, if it's me, by default, I'll start also trying to live life in an edited way. Right? Because then it makes it easier we don't have to do a million shoots.
Yes.
So I also now start living in a way that's a very edited and very...
And camera ready.
And I'm like, that must really...
Yes,
like,
yes. And I feel sad for people who probably are pulled in, maybe somebody who was already vlogging their personal lives and they have this big YouTube channel and then you get married or something. And again, it is their life and they want their life to they want to show all parts of their lives. So there's nothing wrong with that. But you have you're also bringing somebody else into this, and then they have to fit in. Like I've seen some that happen that way where you end up like, everybody's camera ready, but behind the scenes,
it's I've ended up I've stopped following, like there's people I used to follow, like maybe they were a makeup person, then because I've noticed also with content, somebody could start with makeup, then it kind of grows into like lifestyle, then it grows into travel, then it grows into like family, couple. Once it goes there, I'm like, well, I was with you until there.
But is there like, you see, the thing is, why I'm...
Even lifestyle vlogger... Anyway, let me stop.
But you see, the thing is, like, as humans, we are very... And this is, I guess, it depends, As humans, we are very versatile and change is always constant. So if, let's say, for example, I'm a single person who's just doing traveling, and then I go meet somebody and we start our lives together, it almost feels like you're protecting your life, this life, because you're planning through that you don't want to expose this life, or you have somebody who's like, I have nothing to protect, or I want to show it all, which is also a valid reason, because I'm like, I was like this, and now I have become a married person with a child, and still I want to continue with my authenticity as who I am as I grow.
See, I don't know if it's authenticity. Let me not lie to you, because I've watched some documentaries, and are you all right there? I've watched some documentaries, and the reality is that also has way more money. It's also financial, it's a monetary thing.
So like, and having then you bring couples and family vlogs.
Yeah, so like couple vlogs bring in a lot of money. If you're individual, then now it's a couple thing, brings in a lot of money. Now if there's a kid, that's where the money's at.
So you think the majority of those who do this is for the money? It's not just that I am living life and just want to have my life on camera.
I mean, to be fair, there could be some.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a majority.
And anyway, there's a lot of weirdos on the internet.
Yeah.
I think we talked about this in a previous episode where even putting your kids online, even before they are an age where they can consent to actually.
That one for sure can stay in your family group.
Yes.
Send all the baby pictures in there. Send them. The baby rolled over. Send it there.
Yes.
Leave it off the internet.
The baby ate pumpkins.
Yes. Send it to the family group, please. Leave it out of the internet, because men, no.
Yes.
DJ, do you have anything that you see now on the internet that you're like, oh, that should have.
I don't know what your problem is, you guys.
Oh my God. We are the problem.
There's interest for this stuff. It's not being watched by nobody.
I know, but it's.
There are people who go onto the internet to look for it.
But why?
Yeah. See, that's the question you need to be asking. You know?
So feed the masses. Give them what they want.
Give them what they want.
Oh my God, don't.
And a lot of the time, I think human beings don't know what they want. So once they do find something that interests them, they'll stick on that thing for as long as possible. It's probably not something that people asked for, but the fact that it was there,
nobody
we'll keep
asked
watching
for it, and then it becomes like the monster you feed, right? Like, we didn't have social media before, but now that it's here. And then so you're like, oh, this is a place I find myself going to. There's an addiction to going on there, right? So the same way, yes, there's people who go look for it now, but it's never a thing that it's something that was fed to you that you're like, oh, that's interesting. Then now you develop an interest and then now follow up.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. Yeah. But I think, it was just a natural progression. At some point, the groups were not going to be big enough. I needed more to speak to the masses so I can get someone on my side. If you say anything...
About what?
Yeah, whatever you want to discuss. Anything. You name it. So if I send it to put it on the internet, more eyes are going to see what I'm talking about. And I'll definitely get someone who's on my side.
Okay, so on the flip side...
Or at least who will watch.
On the flip side, there's things that are on the internet now that used to only be on group chats that I'm happy is on the internet. For example, things to do with women's health. If it wasn't for the internet and social media, I would not tell you what perimenopause is. Right? Because I would have to, because in your group chat, you tend to have people who are of your age, right? It's until somebody's experiencing them, maybe they talk to their mom or talk to someone who's like, oh, there's this thing. Then in your group chat, you're like, yo, you guys, do you know there's this thing called blah, blah, blah. But then now, with the good thing with the internet that I am appreciating is you see somebody saying, I had this symptoms or I had this thing, then I went and saw this. And you're like, yo, that's what I have. And my doctor keeps telling me I'm the one who's mad. And it's like, then it made me realize, go see this kind of doctor. It's a natural thing. Go talk to someone. But there's things like that I'm like, that's definitely, or even things like post-COVID, when if it wasn't for women on the internet saying, hey, has anyone noticed the period has changed after getting the vaccine?
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the internet, we would not be, it also helps us as a way to gather data where you're like, okay, this is not odd. It's not like a one random person. People are experiencing this. So it's like, oh, this is very helpful for us to know. But if it was just in our group chat, and your group chat is like 10 people, you'd be like, oh, maybe it's because we got Johnson & Johnson. And we'll just assume that's what
And group chats for those things sort of become like echo chambers where everybody's bouncing off the same thing.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, then we don't know what to do.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Sorry, you had something
that's it.
very
That's
specific.
It. No, I had nothing specific, but I was just thinking, what's the problem?
So there's nothing that you see on internet, you're like, ooh, that should not have been said out loud.
I think we're in different groups then. Because
on the internet, is there anything you've got on the internet and you've seen people talk about and you're like, oh, that's an odd conversation that should have stayed in your...
No, the groups are very... no. Well, I think, it's the natural progression of what we have. It's never going to stay just flatline. Everything is going to elevate. Everything. From people's content to... It's just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse.
I've seen things that should have stayed on the group chat on the internet, and I just can't get over them.
Listen, you should come to some of our guys' groups.
Your group chats are worse on the internet.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
this is...
for men, it is. Because I even hear
there's
like
some
there's a time you're
unsee.
saying whatever was being shared in group chats, like you have no option, but it downloads or it comes just directly to you.
But then also it depends on where on the internet you're at. Because, for example, you say that some of the group chats you're in, there's a lot of like violent videos that pop up in there.
You name it.
But if you're on X, that's the order of the day.
No, X is still, there's some regulation there. In a group chat, there's nothing. This is from someone's phone.
This is true. Because there's that story, was that this year?
There's still regulation.
Where they find a group on Telegram that had how many men? It was that, well, we assume it's men. You don't really know if it's dudes or not. But this group chat that had people just like child porn. Oh, no. People were exchanging stories
we don't
about,
accept stuff like that.
No, this is a Telegram group that they found that people
No, but I'm saying that's not what's in our groups.
Okay. No, but I was saying there was a Telegram group that was found that people were discussing raping, like having raped, and like some had raped like their moms or like sis.
No. There are no groups like that.
That can stay in the group chat.
Do you consider that as internet or group chat?
That's group chat.
No, I don't think.
No, I think that's internet.
Well, whatever that is, because it's not visible in the World Wide Web. But
everybody can join a channel.
That's true. But I don't know if it's also I'm not on Telegram, so I don't really... Telegram changed a lot.
Yeah, I do see, like, I don't know. I feel like it's an in-between because for Telegram, you can just go and join whatever channel or something. I don't know what they call it. I'm not on it. But you can just go and join and just start following. It's like an internet chat. It's an internet group chat.
Remember, we used to have a Telegram group chat.
Yes.
Yeah, but there's somebody has to invite you to join. Then there's the ones that you can join. Same on WhatsApp.
That are public, yes.
Yeah, same on WhatsApp. There's the ones like if someone's having a funeral, so you just post a link and anyone can join it.
Yeah.
So there's the ones you can just join. Then there's the ones somebody has to add. You can't just find it and join it.
But there's something I've just remembered. Something that gives me the ick that I shouldn't be on the internet. Should remain on the group chat. It's people who record themselves crying on the internet.
I agree. That can stay in the group chat. That can stay. Send it to your friends.
You found time to pick your phone
to your friends.
And then you set it up. Then you went and sat down at the corner and you started crying. Do all the theatrics. No, yeah.
You can record it and keep it for yourself because the people who do that
but there's an
journals of their
agenda,
feelings.
Though. There's an agenda, The last person I saw crying was crying. And then at the end of the video, do you know what they said? You can cash app me at... And do you know how much they got?
Yeah. Oh, God.
You know they got paid. Why am I asking? You know
how
they
much
got paid.
They
got paid.
They got money.
They got real money as well. So, hey, I'm about to set one up after we're done.
No. We don't have cash up here.
No.
We have tweets.
PayPal. People can pay for you.
PayPal.
Yeah. So,
or M-Pesa.
So it depends, I think.
Yeah, people can cry in their group chat. Yeah, that one sent to your group chat.
Oh, you
call
can,
a friend.
Actually, you can also cry silently. You can do your own journals and save them
That's
somewhere.
what I'm saying. As a journal, save it for yourself. Then you can go back and it's like, because I know the people who audio journal or even video journal.
Yeah.
Yes, do that. Don't post it. We don't need it.
Yeah.
You don't need it. Wait, I thought of something. Oh, something that also can go back to the group chat. People going back and forth with your partner, your ex, your whatever it is. Sorry, but like Cardi B and her ex, I don't know if it's an ex yet or whatever, just insult each other on text.
No, don't say that.
We don't need to. They insult each other.
We
on
need
text.
entertainment.
No.
They are public figures and they've chosen to do this in front of us. Who am I to say
They
that?
invited us.
They invited us.
So now we need to continue.
We need to continue.
Take it back to the group chat. In fact, even this is something else. Maybe this is even for when you were with someone and it didn't work out, whatever. And there's a lot of content of bitching about the dude or whatever. Girls, take that back to your group chat. Take it back. That one, yeah. It's entertaining to see people be like, oh, and he blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, I get it, but take it to your group chat. It's not helpful at all on the internet.
Yes.
Take it to your group chat. And your friends can pile on in there. We've done it. We've all been there. Do it in your group chat. We don't need it on the internet.
Sometimes, but there's some things like that are good for entertainment.
I know they are, but no.
Sometimes like when I go home after work or something, and then I find this very juicy part
Story.
1, part 2, part 3, and I'm over there. It's almost like a movie,
No, but like I'll give exception to like what's the one that won a chocolate last year? They're not 52
who the
parts.
hell did I marry?
Yes, something
Who the
like
fuck
that.
did I
There's
marry?
value in a lesson learned, right? To be like, or even to warn other people, this is the guy. This guy did blah, 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 blah. But also like that kind of situation. Half the time I'm like, where are your friends? This is why if you had a group chat,
Oh, you would
they
not
would
have
help
reached
you
here.
vet this person.
Yes.
Group chats are important. Bring back the group chats. These people, you're on the internet, you think the internet people are your friends. They're not your friends. We are here for entertainment.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Have your group chat will help you troubleshoot half the shit that you're putting on the internet.
Honestly, and probably you wouldn't reach that far if some of these things were discussed in the group chat. Yeah.
Have a group chat is like life-saving.
But we are also here for entertainment for
Yes.
some of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, we are just walking contradictions, all of us. We want it, but we don't want it.
No, but I don't know if this is helpful. There's a group chat. I mean, I told you there's one for my extended family. It's a chaotic one. Which somebody got kicked out the other day because they said going back and forth with first of all, why would you insult your grandma? But anyway, said going back and forth. While he was busy typing, I saw so-and-so has been kicked off. I'm like, oh. By the time he presses that send, we'll be like, It was so funny. But those group chats still have entertainment. It's not a lack of entertainment.
So I
But
think we wanted
appreciate
as you
insult your people in there versus don't go on the internet or wherever to start publishing a whole. To be fair, I've always wondered this because I'm a very passive consumer of content, but I can't imagine that. Like, not I can't imagine, but I imagine it would be terrible. I'm busy here living life, and then I'm getting tagged by someone like, "Hey, have you seen this?" And an ex of mine is doing a whole dissertation about how I was shitty, and like I'm like, what? And you know the thing in life is, two people can be having, even in a household, you can grow up with 25 siblings, or there's just two of you, and your portrayal of your childhood is very different.
Yes,
right?
yes.
How we take things and consume things is very different. So even somebody going to talk about how, oh, this person was really shit this way. I'm not saying they're not shit, but there's also elements of things that your portrayal of that situation can be very different perspectives. But somebody has already aired you out on the internet. Now what do you do? And that lives on the internet. So then now you're later in life, you're trying to date and somebody's like, is this you who was being talked about here? It's like, what?
Yes.
One thing for sure, the internet will come back to haunt every single one of us.
Oh, yeah. Oh, let me tell you.
There's no one who
Let me
is safe
tell you,
from
yes.
cancellation whatsoever. As long as you have a voice on the internet, it's only a matter of time.
Including this podcast.
Yes,
Yeah,
100%. 100%.
Yes.
You know, there's going to come a point where everyone is up for taking.
Yeah. Especially because things change so much over time,
Yeah,
right?
and
So the things that you learn that, oh, this was a really bad thing to say or bad thing to have.
The speeds
Or a
change
bad
on the road.
perspective, like you didn't know. Because also as society, definitions of things or guardrails are also moving.
Yes. Imagine all the 90s sitcoms or the TV shows we watched in the 90s. You know, I tried to watch Grey's Anatomy, I think the very first episode, and I remember,
A lot of it is you're like, oh, problematic.
very problematic in this day and age, you know?
Yeah, it's changing so much quicker now.
Yes.
Because then there's new problems that are created with having the internet. Now we have AI.
Yeah.
So now it's going but see the good thing is this. When we're ever caught out, at least now we can say AI is a good blame. You're like, I never said that.
Yeah.
I did not say that.
AI is a good thing, though. But you know, we didn't discover it. It was always there. We just put the wheels in motion.
I mean, it's been there. It's just that it progresses. It grows in terms of the strength of what it can do.
And especially with what we say now, it's only a matter of time until you can just AI. Has Tando ever agreed or disagreed with this point here? It'll find it within seconds, and then that's you cancelled. Next.
We should actually do an episode on cancellation. Cancellation now, let me tell you, maybe third we'll discuss. But I really think cancel culture is, first of all, I think it's very Western. I don't know if it's as effective in some of our countries.
But Ruto must go as cancel culture.
Has he gone?
No, but we are trying.
Man's still there.
Yes.
So I think cancel culture is more, to me, I think it's a more Western thing. But also, the people who actually get cancelled is women. Dudes' careers take off like no. Kanye has been cancelled since when? He's been cancelled for many years.
No, but it's Kanye.
And he just became a billionaire last week again.
But it's Kanye, you know what I mean? It's Kanye.
Yeah, cancellation I think only exists for chicks.
Yeah.
For women. Oh wait, I was gonna say something. Is there anything that are still in group chats that you don't see on the internet that you'd love to see more of?
I think the biggest one I have in mind, and probably is not discussed a lot, it should be in both spaces, is anything to do with finance and financial literacy. I think there's lack of openness around that. Probably
money is sensitive.
Yes, money.
Yeah,
everything is sensitive.
Yeah.
Religion is sensitive, and we have religion all the way.
Man is extra sensitive.
Politics are sensitive.
Yeah, we don't know anymore.
But yes, I feel like there are conversations around finances that probably happen in family setup.
Yeah,
that happen in family groups, as in between people, or
sometimes don't even happen in families.
Yes.
Sometimes not.
But there are also big learning lessons that should be outside there.
Yeah.
And another thing I think that should be talked about more, and I like that I'm seeing some content, especially in Kenya, around this, is that we all know people who are struggling with addiction, and we keep it very close to our circles, like group circles, family circles.
I'll put in even their addiction, even things like mental health. Any kind of behavioral or developmental issues, a lot of that is still very...
Yes. Actually, other thing, the stigma around children who are born with disabilities like cerebral palsy and all that.
Yep.
There's a lot of stigma, so people even don't want I know a long time ago it used to be really bad.
Yeah.
That you wouldn't even have a picture of your child.
Yes. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then you would keep it very close within your family. But there's a lot of, I think if you don't talk about some of these things externally, the more people think it is not normal, that it's not happening.
Yeah, because it's been tied to a lot of things to do with either your family has been cast or it's you're not religious enough, and it's been tied to a lot of that. So people still keep a lot of those kids kind of hidden from public.
Yes.
Because I guess they fear the stigma from the community.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one would be good to see more of.
Yeah.
I think for me it would be, man, I sound like such a Grinch. Oof. But anyway, just a more realistic conversations about just human interaction. And this could be intimate relationships, friendships, like just a more honest view of it. I think what we see is very skewed. It's either, friends are terrible, they're always like out for whatever. It's very either super terrible or super like, we are always super ride or die. I'm like, no, reality is human interaction is very walks a path of great, not so great, gray. It's just kind of that. And even like just again, because I still blame the movies and the vloggers, but a very unhealthy and not realistic view of intimate relationships as well. And just human beings are complex. So if human beings on your own, you're complex. So if you put two to interact together, or humans to interact, it's going to be complex. I would love to see that complexity more.
Not everything picture perfect.
Yeah.
Picket white fences and very bright rooms with
with neutral palettes.
Yeah,
beige and grey.
It's beige, grey, white. With matcha.
We're drinking matcha and making
coffee.
And frothing coffee. Yes.
Very mindful.
Very
demure.
I hope that person made money from that.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
They did?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. They did, yeah.
I think,
Do you know what, sorry, sidebar.
Yeah.
Do you know what the TikTok video stays in my mind rent-free? Can I pet that dog?
Oh,
can I pet that dog?
Where is that little girl? And it's a bear.
Can I pet that dog? No. Everybody should say one that stays in their mind.
Can I pet that dog?
I know the one. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
No, mine is bad. And I said the other day, and I cracked up laughing. Yeah. It's one of those near miss situations. So this car, I think, was hit from the behind, so it goes off the road, and there was a guy there. So the guy is running away from getting hit by the car, but the car hits a stop sign, and the stop sign knocks the guy out.
Yeah.
But then
I know exactly what.
And then there's the sound of the thing hitting his head. I'm so sorry, but that thing still cracks me up.
Okay,
I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I've just remembered. Oh, my Shayla. Tyrese Gibson. I didn't know it came from him until somebody quoted it. My Shayla. Sorry. Oh, we loved Tyrese growing up.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I know. Actually, how is he doing? I'm not on the internet. I hope he's okay.
He's still going after his Shayla.
Yeah.
The daughter, I think.
Oh, yeah. I hope he's okay. Yeah, man, we love that man. Oh,
yes, we did.
God.
Yes,
Tyrese.
we did.
Oof. There should be a documentary on him.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. And with that,
let us know in the comments things you've seen online that you're like, nope.
Go back to group chat.
Yes.
Or things in group chat that you want out there.
That you want to see out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Till next time. Bye. Can I pet that dog?
No.